Now, offenders are providing around £1 million of free labour in Devon and Cornwall as part of their rehabilitation. More than 200 projects in the counties benefited last year, including football clubs and schools.
Well, critics say community schemes are too soft on criminals, but there's likely to be more of it under government reforms. Our Community Affairs correspondent Caris Edwards has been investigating as part of our series on breaking the cycle of crime.
I'm starting some voluntary work this week, so...
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
It's payback time for David. He's on supervised community service following a pub brawl.
I got very drunk and just got in trouble. It's my only ever offence and I intend not to do it again, obviously.
While he may not go on to re-offend, many people say community punishment is a soft option. On the streets of Exeter, some people told us the only true deterrent is jail.
I think crime is wrong and that they should be punished. Therefore, I think that they should be locked up. They have to learn that they're not able to do it again, and it needs to be stopped.
To be honest, putting people back on the streets, even if they're doing community service, I don't think that'll work, because they're just thinking, oh, well, you know, I get to pick up rubbish for a week and then my crime's forgotten.
But Lewis, who's cooking and serving meals to the community as part of his sentence, says this option is far cheaper than jail. Here it's also giving offenders a qualification, offering them a second chance.
It is a punishment to a certain extent, because we come here and do it all for free, but then I suppose we do gain something out at the end of it, so it's sort of a win-win for both people, really, I think.
And there's your gravy. Thank you. Enjoy. Is there any crab?
Those being served here agree.
I think people should be given an opportunity to really do something which will mean that they can really build on skills and so on, and rehabilitate themselves in society.
I think it would depend what the crime was. You know, if it was like a murder or whatever, something really bad, then yeah, they wouldn't have a choice. But I think everybody deserves a choice and a second chance.
As well as projects like this, Community Payback involves a range of work, from removing litter and graffiti to clearing dense undergrowth. It must benefit the local community and must not take paid work away from others. It must be challenging and constructive. The government is planning reforms in its Green Paper. It says Community Payback must be more intensive, more immediate and better enforced, with local communities directly benefiting from the hard work of offenders.
Their behaviour has always attracted negative feedback. So encouraging them to develop an empathy, encouraging them to work for the benefit of others, letting them see the rewards of their work and receiving that beneficiary feedback is incredibly valuable.
The aim is to break the cycle of crime and change lives.
And we're constantly thinking about, why is my life like this and what have I done to deserve it, and then it'll be a downward spiral from there, because of obviously there's nothing positive in my life. Now you got this, it's a bit more, I don't know, self-satisfactory, I suppose. In a certain sense, I've got a purpose to get up and do something.
Caris Edwards, BBC Spotlight, Exeter.
And next week, as part of that series, we'll be looking at whether housing for offenders can make a difference when it comes to breaking the cycle of crime.